Consistent self-improvement, everybody. I am Classic Carpenter, and you are listening to American gypC podcast. I am here along with my co-host,
gypC.
And today we have a very special guest out of the DMV area that I will be giving a phone call to, and I'm going to let him introduce himself to you. We're going to start doing that as more of a surprise. Instead of telling you who we're going to interview or call, we're going to go ahead and give them a call and let them introduce themselves and let you be surprised.
This is John.
What's going on, Johnny? This is Classic.
My man, talk to me. How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good, man. Just to let you know, we are live on the American gypC podcast recording. And
nice.
It's nice to have you. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let them know what you do. And then, we'll explain and go ahead and tell them how we came together.
Absolutely. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jon Cannie, a.k.a. Johnny Reps. What I do mainly is we supply a antibacterial topical called Guardian Oil, and that is primarily used to just keep folks' skin very clean and disinfectant to kind of slow down or even stop the spread of those antibacterials and those germs that we're spreading. Our prime target audience is going to be athletes, and in particular, like grapplers. So that means like wrestlers, or people that practice jiu-jitsu, people that are in the gym, people that do things that require them to be in close quarters with other people. That's what we do. That's what we focus on, and we've been right now in operation for almost a year, and we're a small business, but we'd like to say we're off to a good start, man.
So clearly, I'm talking to an entrepreneur to let you all know, for those who are just now tuning in, and for those who are our regular listeners. Everybody knows that I'm an entrepreneur. They know that I do like to involve myself with entrepreneurs. So to go back on to even give you a little brief introduction on how me and Johnny came about is basically through Instagram, and we networked a little bit, being in the same area. We ended up meeting up at the gym. I wanted to gain some muscle, and I needed to work with some beast. Johnny, this is the biggest or the most muscle that I had ever put on. I haven't put on a lot since then, but that's the most muscle that I've put on in such a quick time without anything as well. So
beast. Yep.
That's the relationship that me and Johnny built from the beginning. It was always been a push each other even further, even for him to push me further and for me to say, hey, you can push yourself further as a coach with me.
Absolutely. I remember when I would see you in the gym, and I just saw you. You showed from the very beginning that you had limits. You had no limits, right? Your ability to continue to push yourself was pretty inspiring. You didn't really back down from anything, man. But when I first met you, you definitely coming from another state where you were looking for people that had the same mindset as you, people that were looking to build, and at the moment I was doing personal training, and that's what I was into. I was into just helping everybody achieve their goals, and that's what you were doing in other aspects as well. So it kind of just worked,
Yeah. But man, the inspiration just from seeing or even just knowing, what it takes, even the group of people that you had around you. I know I can't remember the other guy's name, but he was a beast as well. And it was, of course, it's most intimidating from somebody with my size, and there's such a big gap in muscle limit or in weight limit.
Yeah, sure.
So the patience that you had to have, even for everybody else to encourage me versus, even, make me uncomfortable. I never felt uncomfortable.
That's amazing.
And I'm the smallest guy in the circle. So it was, that's what, that's the entrepreneurship that you have to have a lot of times within you. And even just from where you are right now and where I am right now, I'm in LA you're still building the business, and yeah, life has changed probably 3 or 4 times since then. You added a family member, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
But you're still your own man, entrepreneur,
Absolutely.
building, creating a foundation, and we can tell from your product you adapted to what's going on in the time, to killing
Absolutely.
bacteria, to what's better for people still.
Absolutely. So we want to stay relevant with today's times as well. A lot of people do have the misconception that we started after COVID, and that's very incorrect. We started about 6 months before COVID even, first initially hit the news and everything. So it just kind of happened to appear right as we were, working on the building blocks of our company. So it happened to be a gift and a curse, if I may,
Right.
because it stopped a lot of people from doing purchases, but it also increased awareness to cleanliness, and that's what we're about. And we're about
Exactly.
helping people. So if we come across, let's say, an athlete that is looking to grow their own image in social media, and they're looking for sponsorships, we're into that type of stuff. We're into reposting all your stuff and getting your page viewed by the highest level people in whatever field you're interested in, hopefully to then build you up as an entity yourself. So if there's something you're looking at doing, like sponsoring certain clothes or sponsoring certain workout gear,
Right.
we'd love to help build you up so that you're worth more yourself. So
Right.
we're just looking at building up other people as well, man. And that's what it's all about.
Consistent self-improvement.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so to swing into when we stopped where we left off in the bulking, you switched over to jiu-jitsu. Tell me about that.
I did, man. So I made a little jump over to the grappling world after I stopped working out, man. And when I was working out heavy, I was
What
probably
was
training.
your weight? What was your weight then when we stopped?
My weight was about 215.
Okay, I was about
250
160.
pounds. Okay, nice. Yeah, so I was about maybe 99 kilos or something like that. Don't quote me because that's a guess as far as But it was about then, and I was in there consistently, almost every day, man, and just pushing it. And the mindset we had was a little bit different than my current mindset. So the mindset then was big, heavy weights, low reps, just get as big as you can, and that was just the mindset that we were in at the moment.
Right.
So the mindset kind of changed when I moved to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world, and it changed for the better, I'd like to say.
So what weight are you now?
Right now I'm weighing in at 190.
190. Okay.
Yeah, and that's on the heavier side. So I can teeter anywhere between 188 and 193, around there.
Okay. Uh-oh, you cut out. We may have lost him then. Hello, you still there?
I can hear you, brother.
Okay, now I can hear you. You were saying?
I was saying that I'm teetering usually about around 188 to 195, around there.
Okay.
But the biggest thing that's changed isn't the weight. The bigger things that's changed is the amount of weight that I could move and the mindset. So back when you were with me and I was pushing all the heavy weight, the mindset was just the more weight the better, the more weight the better, the bigger the better. And that has changed in a lot of ways going into the jiu-jitsu world, because I am now looking for actual body movement. So I'm looking for things that I would do in a day-to-day life, so it's movements that I can use.
Yeah.
So instead of a bench press, I'm looking at,
Contorting
something
the
like
body.
a swing, contorting the body, movement, being a little bit more agile. I had a lot of elbow pains and stuff like that, and stuff in the shoulder and the rotator cuff from just the heavy weights. And now I definitely feel a lot looser. The stiffness has kind of gone down. You walk a little bit, more upright, and you just feel a little bit better. So I've put the weights down, and now I'm moving and feeling great, man. And when I started the jiu-jitsu, it kind of just clicked, man. I already had the strength there, and that's what everyone wants. They want the strength, but it just doesn't benefit me in this field to be bulky and stiff. It just benefits me more to have the more
flexibility.
of a flexibility, more cardio, and to be able to have a little bit more dexterity. So being able to perform a little bit better with my body. And that's what happens sometimes, you know, our focus shifts. So same animal, just different mask.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What belt are you right now?
Right now, I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt.
Okay, purple belt. So
Yeah,
what's some of the, you know, coming in knowing that it wasn't necessarily the strength challenge, but just the mental challenge going into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? What were some of those mental challenges just starting off that, you know, you had to get past?
I'll tell you this, brother, and I've been lucky enough that most of the challenges that 98% of the people face, I didn't face because I had a strong wrestling background.
Yeah.
So I was familiar with having to go one-on-one with another person, you know. So when you first start off, going one-on-one with another person is it's not comfortable, you know, just to be blatant and blunt. It's not comfortable. Having another person hold you down against your will, I mean, it's not natural.
Right.
You know, and I'll give you an example. I trained with a few law enforcement, and they'll tell you that it's a certain switch in your head, man. Like taking a cop's back and putting them in a choke. For them, it's life or death, because they say, if that happens to me on the street, I'm a dead man, you know?
Yeah.
So the mental aspect is being able to turn that off and say, hey, I'm fine. I'm okay. You choke me out, I tap, we get back up and we start over. No big deal. So being able to relax your body. They say most injuries happen in jiu-jitsu at the very beginning, which is the white belt stage. It's because you freak out and you just get really spazzy and you just, you know, start kicking your limbs.
Yeah.
You eventually learn to not do that and say, hey, you got my neck. I can't breathe. We're done. Let's start it up again. But when you're in the beginning stages, you're just so uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. So it teaches you a lot of life lessons, bro. It teaches you how to relax. And it also teaches you a little respect, because most jiu-jitsu people do not look like quote-unquote tough guys.
Right,
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Me coming from a lifting field, I have a different type of look that when people see me, they may be a little bit more intimidated. But it's not the big. You learn this early in jiu-jitsu, man. It's not the big guy with the UFC shirt that you need to be worried about.
Oh, yeah, it's Royce Gracie.
Guy.
It's Royce Gracie that you need to worry about.
The quiet guy sitting in the Starbucks reading a book with a hat on, who don't want no problems with nobody. That's the brown belt. That's the black belt that doesn't want a problem, but he'll kick your fucking ass if, you know, sorry for cursing.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. Yeah, we you know, we wide open on here. But
all right, man.
Even for me, man, just the mental thing. I did a little karate, you know, like I said, I can get down on the UFC on PlayStation, but I've never just been, I play sports, soccer, all of that stuff, but so, you know, certain like wrestling and jiu-jitsu, I didn't get into those. So even just going at the mental mindset of it, people just don't understand, even just for certain men. You got to be okay with when you have to learn some of these techniques, you got to start off with a person's nuts or ass in your face to start, you know, I'm tapping. I've already tapped out right then. Hold on, man. No, wait, you got your nuts on my forehead, dude. I know you trying to show me how to get out of this arm lock, but come on, man. We got to start with your nuts on with your, you know, but it's that type of mental thing people don't even understand you got in front of you as well.
Right. Well, you know what? It's funny that you say that, because someone runs up on you at the ATM. That's the last thing you're going to be thinking, right?
The last thing.
Somebody runs up on you. Somebody runs up on you at an ATM and they put you in a choke from behind. The last thing you're going to be thinking is, bro, you know, no homo, get from behind me. You're going to be thinking life and death. And guess what? If you don't know what to do, you know, the last thing you lose is your money. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, you're right, they can't get past that. There's a lot of females I know that wish to start, but they're like, you know, the close contact, just touching somebody. And I'm like, listen, young lady, you're 105 pounds, 5'3". This is for you.
You got to learn how to defend yourself.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be difficult to take you down and grab your purse, you know?
And that's just to grab your purse. If you need to defend yourself from somebody that's trying to rape you, it is, hey, you got to start somewhere, you know? So,
right. To just be able to hold your ground for 15, 20 seconds so that you can escape. You know, you don't have to, quote unquote, beat the attacker or the enemy. That would be great.
You need to be able to prevent yourself from being raped.
Well, a little bit, you know, know a few things. So I suggest it for everyone. But one of the bigger things, and I think some of the people that actually get the most from it are people that may be a little bit hot-headed or short-tempered, because, you know, a lot of us guys, we walk around thinking that we're the shit, you know, and we watch these movies, these John Wick shits, and, hey, man, you know what I would do if somebody did this? And that's not the case. Somebody runs up on you, you freeze up, you know, and I'm not saying that everybody in jiu-jitsu is going to respond quickly, but it's just like anything else. Practice makes better. Not even saying perfect. Practice makes better. You know what I mean? So, and not to cut you off, but here's the catcher to it. It's like, you no longer have to walk around with any doubt, so to speak. Like, I feel comfortable walking around knowing that the average person can't just walk right through me, you know? So no longer do I need to walk around comparing myself to others. Now when I walk into a room, they say self-confidence isn't walking into a room and knowing that you can take people out. It's walking into a room and knowing that you don't even have to compare yourself to them. You know what I mean? So I don't got to walk in and be like, hey, I'm the big shit. I don't even care who they are for the most part, you know? I do assess the room, but deep down, I know I put in work 8 hours a week, and there's a good chance that you don't. So we're going to fight. Like, it's going to be a fight if it goes out. You know what I mean? You're not getting off evil. And I don't give a fuck. It don't matter about your size. You 250, 260, we got them all. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
6'4", 270. My last competition, the guy was 6'3", 300. So
and how tall are you?
I'm down. 5'9". 5'9", man. So and I say that to say, you know, I'm down. If you run up on me, it ain't gonna be a cakewalk, you know. But the attitude has changed. You know what I mean? Now you cut me off in traffic. You know what? I ain't got a front. You know what I mean? Like, I know I probably got it if it come to it, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? But a lot of times the untrained person wants to pull over. They want to start, you know, jaw jabbing and stuff like that. And, you know, most of them can't even throw down if we're being real.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all talk. So you'll see that at different levels of martial arts. You know, a UFC guy, for the most part, ain't going to get into it with somebody talking shit at the bar. Because, look, this ain't fair.
It's not going to last long. Even when it does happen, you know, when you see the little videos, even whether it's Mike Perry or Connor, it don't last long.
Right. And those are stupid people. You know what I mean? Those are stupid people. But it teaches most people a level of respect. So, you know, hey, that guy talking shit over there, he don't respect himself because he don't even know what I know. So,
well, you can't do that out here in L.A., period, because, you know, L.A. is the gym, well, it used to be. I wish they would open the gyms now, but, yeah, everybody goes to the gym. Everybody got cardio. Everybody goes swim in the ocean. Well, some people do. But a lot of people go to these boxing gyms. That's just the boxing world alone. So you got the high school athletes. You got the basketball players. You have all of the mutants out here, basically. So you can't pick a fight. You can't pick a fight with Karen like you think you can.
It teaches you that you can't read a book by its cover.
Yes.
And respect everybody, bro. When I first started jiu-jitsu, I was 30. I'm 36 next week. So actually this week. So I've been doing it. Thank you, brother. I've been doing it for almost 4 years. So I've been on an accelerated track based on the amount of time I've been putting in, and I've been competing a lot and doing very good at competitions. You know, I'm doing my thing. So I've been only doing it for 4 years.
I've been telling you the whole time, I'm super proud of you, bro, because, boy, you
thank you, man. I've been putting in the work, man, and it just teaches you. I'll say when I started, my toughest training partner was an 18-year-old kid in his first year of college, chunky guy, about 200 pounds, and he would just have better technique than me. But he looked like your average, you know, cake-eating little fat kid, you know, but he could fucking go. So it teaches you, don't read a book by its cover and just don't fuck with people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Don't fuck with people. So that's one of the biggest lessons, man, because you will get your ass handed to you every day by a 60-year-old guy, a 30-year-old lady, you know what I mean? A 16-year-old kid. It just doesn't matter. So respect everybody, but most importantly, respect yourself. You know what I mean?
Very true. Very true. Because some people just kind of don't take that into consideration, that you do have to respect yourself. When you don't respect other people, the people see it as you just don't respect yourself a lot of times. And you're not proving nothing.
Scary. That's a scary person, you know. I heard Joe Rogan say he was on the beach one time and he accidentally kicked up sand on somebody, and the dude was ready to square up, you know. And Joe Rogan's a black belt, and Joe Rogan was like, "Yo, if this dude is ready to put everything on the line over this sand, he don't care about his body. He don't care what I can do to him. He don't care about his life.
Nope.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna back the fuck up, because there's some people, you know, they're crazy. You start getting the best of them, now they want to pull out this, now they want to pull out that. They don't want to just throw their hands and take a good ass whipping and go home and think about it. They want to pull something out. So it's like, if you don't respect yourself, you're a scary motherfucker, bro. And I don't want, nah, man, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
Because you might do something stupid. You know what I mean? So it starts with yourself. Respect for yourself, man. A little dignity.
And know that, you know, your life is not something that you just need to hop up and throw away over something small. Because
like you don't know who that guy is that you talking. He could have had a bad day. He could have a little pistol on him.
He could just have a good ass right hand.
Right, at the least, you better hope that's all he got. You know what I mean? But the fact that you're willing to take that chance means you don't respect yourself. You know what I mean? So when they flip you off in traffic, you could be pissed. You could flip whatever. But to go the extra mile means you don't give a shit about yourself, man. So jiu-jitsu definitely teaches you that, because you're getting your ass punished every day. And the craziest part about it is you get better. And then
with
every loss, and someone else punishes you again. You know what I mean? I just got my purple belt like 3-4 weeks ago, and I'm feeling good. And I go in, and now I'm getting punished. And you know what they told me? Now it's time for us to step it up on you. We were only going 40%. What? So they step it up on you more. So it just shows you you're not shit. So, you know what I mean?
A whole ocean of people out here
that can fuck your shit up. Yeah. At the least, you would hope that that's all you get with hands and not, a bullet. You know what I mean? So
you can go home without your arm being broke or your leg being broke and all of that stuff. Because that's the game that you in. We gonna break something. When we win, something gonna be broken.
We're taking something home with us. You know what I mean? It's a trophy. You know, when I compete, I take a couple trophies home. You know, some I get on the mat, some they give me after, but I'm taking something home. You know, but at the end, I always wrap it up.
I can just imagine.
Take some pictures with them, exchange contacts. Even, yo, man, you was cool. Man, it was fun. You know what I mean? Because it ain't. At the end of the day, we all got to go to work Monday, so it ain't no beat. You know what I mean? But it starts with respect, man, because like I told you, no matter how good you think you are, you walk into my gym, people ready to fuck you up regardless. So you might as well
humble on up,
pipe down.
So
you know what I mean?
A good question that I do have, when going into the financial aspect of what sacrifices that have to be made when you're trying to compete with like jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. What for some of the people that have no idea, like the investment, what takes place.
Sure.
Give us a little bit of insight.
Sure, absolutely. So generally speaking, most gyms are going to bill you for memberships about anywhere from 85 to 120, 30. It really depends on what the gym offers and what you're looking to get out. So if you're going to primarily a jiu-jitsu gym, you're going to have a membership that can, range around $100 a month. If your gym is offering you wrestling, Muay Thai, all these other things, the price can go up a little bit. When you do competitions, which are totally up to you, they're not required. It's just something that people do for fun that are looking to get more out of it and test themselves. Competitions usually start anywhere from $85 and they go up to like maybe $100, depending on how soon you sign up. So they do what's called early bird registration. So let's say there's a competition coming up in December. If I sign up now, I can save about $20-$30. But the closer it gets, it goes up to maybe, 95 around there. And that's the average cost of a competition, anywhere between, $85 to $95.
Okay. Okay. So, oh my bad. Went a little brain dead right there for a second.
And where did you train?
Currently, I train at Silverback Academy, which is in Chantilly, Virginia. So we're located right outside Washington, D.C. And I'll tell you, man, gyms are popping up a lot. It's definitely a growing sport. Unfortunately, due to COVID, a lot of gyms have ceased their training. More so, they've also limited it to smaller classes. So you may go to a gym and see that it may be a small class where it's like online sign up just to ensure social distancing. So we started a thing where we can go online and say, hey, 10 people a night per class. Maybe you get really associated with one or two training partners that you can actually trust and remain in physical contact with. Yeah, that's where I train out of Northern Virginia, Silverback Academy.
And did you start with jiu-jitsu or?
Well, yeah. So I started with jiu-jitsu as an adult, quote unquote. Wrestling for me was, probably ended around high school, so probably 18 or 19. So there was a large gap in between there. But yeah, I only do jiu-jitsu. We do get a lot of guys you'll see in competitions that are MMA guys, and some of them are big time MMA guys. I'll give you an example. John Jones did a jiu-jitsu competition, and it was kind of funny just seeing him out there, without throwing elbows and knees and stuff. It was kind of cool just to watch, and a cool experience for whoever got to compete against him. So you do get those guys do competitions sometimes. But their focus is, they have really no big focus. So John Jones may do one night of grappling, 5 nights of striking, 1 night of kickboxing. You know what I mean? So when he goes against a jiu-jitsu guy who's 5 nights a week grappling, it makes for an interesting match. I'll say that. So
Right.
It's definitely pretty.
Always sharpening his skills.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So have you thought about opening a gym in the future?
I have, man. I definitely have. Right now, I've been learning a lot, man, especially with having my own business and working with some of the high known sports guys in this area. So I've been working with some high school, some college wrestling coaches. I've been working with some sports agents for UFC guys and things like that, and kind of learning the business aspect of the sport. You need to have contacts, is a big thing, and just knowing how to set your own gym up. So I have a couple people that are actually in right now in the middle of setting up their own gym and trying to step out on their own, which I commend. But right now I don't have a set plan to open up my own gym, but it's always a thought in the back of my head. So someday, fingers crossed.
Yeah, as entrepreneurs, of course, anything you really get into like that, you definitely always look at opening other doors, and that's usually the way that you would have to do it is invest in it yourself. Right. As far as open your own gym, just like
absolutely
us creating our own podcast platform.
Right.
So yeah. But yeah, man, I guess I probably do have more questions. We're running into about 30 minutes. I don't know how much time you really had at the moment, but
man, I got as much time as needed for you, brother. You know what I mean? You're the homie.
Give them the website and everything for your product.
Absolutely, you can check the product out at
the name of the product and everything. Yeah.
Yes, sir. The name of the product is Guardian Oil. One word, Guardian Oil, and our website is www.tryguardianoil.com.
Social media
Hop
links?
On our site. Yep, social media is Instagram is Try Guardian Oil, and our Facebook as well is Try Guardian Oil. So we're usually on there. We reposting and posting every day or so, and we connect with everybody. We're friending everybody and reposting their stuff. We do free samples, so we're down, man. We're open-minded company. So
we have a lot of guys reaching out that say, hey, can I get a bottle in exchange for a couple posts? Yeah, why not? No problem, man. So if anyone's looking for a free sample, check it out. It comes in a spray bottle formula, so it makes it really easy to share with your friends and family. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is dope. I keep it in the car. I keep it with me in the gym, obviously. I keep it with me at work. I'll give you another example. I was outside grilling yesterday, man. I was throwing some steaks on the grill. And, as you're touching the raw meat and you're going back and forth, you need to disinfect your hands. So our oil has 90% isoperic alcohol. So just to let you know, that's one of the strongest alcohol bases out. So when Corona hit, this stuff was impossible to find. I had to
That's where all the alcohol went to.
Yeah, bro, right here. So, I had to do some digging, man, to find this stuff. So it's not just your regular, bullshit that you get when you walk into the store and you see the free sprayer right there, spray it on the cart. No, this is like some good stuff and it works. So I keep it with me because, we always want to just do our part, to help a little bit. So Definitely. It's got the best stuff in there. It's a tea tree oil based, so it doesn't smell horrible. It smells pretty damn good. We're looking at doing maybe some other fragrances, maybe like an orange flavor or a mint. But if you pop on our website, pop on our Instagram, get you a free sample. If you have any suggestions, hit us up. We respond immediately. And we love to hook everybody up, man. Definitely. We want to see everybody win.
Congratulations on that, man. Congratulations.
Man, thank you. Thank you.
And we appreciate you, man, for giving us the time. And we'll definitely got to talk more. And I got to get a couple of stories from you about, what's going on in the gym and things like that. Because I know you got some hilarious stories.
Oh, I got a few, man. Anytime, man. I appreciate you guys for reaching out, man.
Definitely.
And you've definitely motivated me to get into at least jiu-jitsu or some kind of martial arts. Because I've always thought about it. I've always thought about it, but I told myself, I got to get to my goal weight, and then I can get it. Because I've tried kickboxing, and it really kicked my butt. And I was like, okay, I need to lose some weight, and then I can get into more martial arts, because I think I've always needed to be in that. I have a lot of, energy, and I need, an outlet of some sort. And I always feel like a badass on the inside, so I need to know how to be a badass on the outside.
That's awesome. You should do it. And it's funny you say that, because that's the number one thing that we hear is, I want to get ready before I start. And it's like, there's so many different sizes and shapes of people that are doing jiu-jitsu, man. That's why the weight classes go up to 350, man. So there's no body size, there's no look, there's no nothing. And I always tell people, I say, you're going to start running. Do you get ready for your run before you run? You got to run to get better at running, Right. So jiu-jitsu is going to, one of my buddies lost 100 pounds, I think, from just jiu-jitsu, and if he was to wait until he lost weight before starting, you know what he would say? Man, I wish I started jiu-jitsu a year ago, So it's like, there's no better time than now. There's no better time than now, because whatever your goal is, you're going to hit that and more. Not only are you going to lose weight, but you're going to become more confident in the jiu-jitsu stuff, combat, whatever it is that you're looking to do, self-defense and things like that. So you'll be doing both of them at the same time. So my advice is, don't wait, just do it.
Definitely. I'm definitely motivated now.
Yeah, and look, you guys are on the West Coast, man. That's the Mecca right there, brother. Guys, that's the Mecca. So Chicago, California, you really can't beat those places. They have world-class gyms out there. My buddy trains at a gym out there. You see his instructors on TV every month or two, world-class, known around the world, Yeah. So there's no question of a lot of people go, oh, well, should I go to this one or that one? It's all jiu-jitsu. Some may be catered to this type more, or, hey, look, my boy smokes a shit ton of weed. So his gym just so happens to be a little bit more catered to that lifestyle that fits him.
Right.
All good. But at the end of the day, he's learning jiu-jitsu. Maybe a little different style, maybe this move versus that move, But at the end of the day, it's all jiu-jitsu, you know, it's all combat. It's all, and he's breaking a sweat, he's losing weight, and he's feeling more confident and healthy. So, I mean, tons of people that I train with are in it for the mental clarity, you know, just there's no feeling like really getting your ass kicked, you know, like there's no reset button like that. There really isn't.
Yeah. And for the record, for the listeners and all of those that know me, I've been out here in LA almost going on 3 years. I can count probably on both of my hands how many people I've seen here in LA that I haven't met here in LA. Johnny Reps is one of the people that I have seen since I've been in LA. He came out here, came to my spot. Sir. We went down to Dublin's, grabbed something to drink, came back to the crib. Yeah. And that's how you know, as far as when you're walking on earth, the kind of people that you know you need to believe in and support their business. This is how it looks. You know, this for some people that don't know what it looked like. This is what it looked like. You know, we're not family. We can't say we just went and been through a whole bunch of stuff or whatever together. No, it's not about that.
Right.
Help each other, build each other's business.
Absolutely. Support each other, man. I like I said before, man, I'm into everyone winning, man. I want everybody to win. And you guys definitely are the type of entrepreneur, you know, there's entrepreneurials and entrepreneurs. You guys definitely go after your dreams. And I mean, to make the move out there, I mean, first you made the move to DC, you know, and, you know, you had your thoughts and decisions on how that went and the type of people that were out here and the look you were getting back from it. And, you know, you put it out into the universe and see what comes back to you, you know, and to be the type of individuals that, you know, hey, if I don't like what I'm getting back, I'm going to do something about it. Like so many people don't make that next step. They kind of just live with it. And then what happens is they end up regretting it or, you know, like blaming somebody else. But for you guys to be able to say, hey, we're looking for this type of people, you know, and until we find that type of people, we're going to keep it moving. You know, that's inspirational. You know, a lot of people stay where they're at because they think that's the only place that they can be, you know?
Yeah. Appreciate that, man.
Absolutely, man. Keep
Johnny
it up.
Reps, everybody. My bad. I was supposed to make sure I pronounced your name properly. Jon Cannie.
Cannie, yes, sir.
Cannie. Jon Cannie, everybody. Classic Carpenter, gypC, American gypC Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for your time and consideration.
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's the word.
Consistent self-improvement, everybody. Thank y'all for listening. Oh, my bad. The links.
Oh, and as always, you can find us on American gypC social at American gypC, merch at Luamlee. On our website, merch will be at luamlee.com, luamlee.com. We have videos on YouTube at American gypC YouTube, gypC spelled gypC. We also have classic photography on social if you need photography service. We have, what else? I think that's all.
Fuck, you have everything.
We're working on more.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to change that shit to we have everything.
Yeah, if you guys need podcast service, photography, website,
and make sure you
promo,
hey,
definitely.
Can you swim?
Shit, I can survive.
Enough to be continued to the next episode.
Shit, you mean in the deep end or just like? Yeah, I can do a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna talk about that on the next episode. On the next time that we have you in.
I'm game.
It's gonna be sometime real soon because that's gonna be a very big topic too that we will be discussing.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, I'd love for you guys to have me back, man.
Man, we appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, and we are out.